Hello, lovely people. My name is Argus, and I'm here today as part of Team Soul Navigation to share with you guys our new show, Spirit Talk. For those of you who have not watched already, we are giving daily predictions, astrological predictions, and any other messages that we receive here as readers from Team Soul Navigation for you guys and for each of your zodiac signs. So make sure you subscribe to stay in tune for other themes and other topics that we'll be covering as part of our amazing team, okay? Today, we have the money and career predictions for Taurus, okay? For the week of the 9th onwards, okay, of November. This is powerful, okay? This is for any Taurus. Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising, even Taurus Venus. You may find this very applicable and accurate for you, okay, in this next week. What do I have for Taurus? We're going to take a look at some charts today. We're going to take a look at any other messages I received from some oracles as well for you. And hopefully we can give you some good guidance for this week, my beautiful Taurus. Okay. All right. So here we do have the astrology for my Taurus. Okay. So beginning of the week, Taurus, I will let you know here that there's an interesting dynamic here between Venus in your 6th house and Mars here in your 12th house, okay? This is a conversation between Venus and Mars in a point of tension, I would say. But I will say, though, Venus in your 6th house is a beautiful place for Venus to be in regards to work, in regards to finances. The 6th house, and if you guys would like to know more about even how to understand the house systems and the signs and all this yourselves, definitely check out becoming a super supporter, okay, of this channel. Meredith creates some amazing videos on her platform to get you guys to really understand all of this and to learn about this. It's really fascinating. So, but for you guys here, Venus, 6th house. The 6th house is about our daily work, okay? It is about our routine. It is about how we kind of proceed through life, the more mundane facets of our life, okay? But it can talk about money as well. And Venus can definitely talk about money, how we attract money. So for my Taurus, you'll do well to attract abundance throughout this period through really taking a look at your routine. What is working in your routine? What is not working in your routine? What needs to change? What could change to allow abundance to flow more easier into your life? What could change in your routine to allow your career to be more efficient, to be more free flowing? Okay, these are some of the energies that are coming into play with Venus in the 6th house. Now, you may find that in the beginning of this week, with this opposition to Mars in your 12th house, there is some type of, it could be a hidden obstacle, something in regards to something that, a point of tension, conflict. This could be a lot of things unspoken. It's a wise time around this time here to very much be upfront with the people around you, especially in matters of money and career, to ensure everyone's on the same page. This is a time to really even with yourself, understand, how are you feeling right now? How are you feeling in terms of career and finances? Okay, where do you stand with that? Because with this Mars in the 12th house energy, my Taurus, there's this possibility for a lot of hidden repressed anger or just misfiring of energy to kind of remain undetected and to subconsciously or unconsciously be stopping or serving as an obstacle to your abundance. Okay, my Taurus. So that can come in the form of your colleagues, that whether that's a conflict, whether that's a point of difference, a point of tension that has not been resolved, okay? Or it can come from within your own inner sense of separation with what it is you're doing right now in your career, or a sense of separation in how you want to really go forward with your routine and how you want to attract money into your life. There is a conversation here, and this is going to be solved by really making sure that we are honoring our emotions, and also we are not falling to unconscious ego patterns and kind of the more self-centered ways of, whether it's climbing to the top or like career, and trying to force as well, trying to force abundance, trying to force our careers to go in a certain direction. This is going to be a bit difficult during this time with this conversation here, and how we're going to overcome this is more to rely upon this, I would say, the Venus energy here, How is your routine? How can you almost release the things that are stopping you from succeeding rather than doing more, working harder, this type of thing? This is what I believe here for my Taurus is very important for you guys. And it's all going to begin with your routine. Okay, so that's something to very much keep in mind. At the beginning of the week as well, we do also have this beautiful sun trining Neptune. Now, this can bring a lot of blessings. It can also bring an aspect of needing again to see things clearly from an objective point of view, because Neptune, with this energy, can be very elusive. Okay, Neptune's blessings are not always real, but with this sun trining Neptune here, this is bringing a focus again on partnerships for my Taurus, especially in terms of career, because of the sun in the seventh house and conjunct Juno, the asteroid of long-term partnerships and relationships. Okay, my Taurus. So you could find either your loved one, or it could just be a business colleague or someone here in your life this week who really wants to assist you towards your Neptunian dreams, towards making something become realized for you. It's a very beautiful opportunity, my Taurus. So it's important for you not to get locked into almost a sense of independence as well. If you've been feeling like you're doing things alone too much, or you're feeling like you've had to rely on yourself too much, Taurus, there are hands here throughout this week that want to extend themselves to you for support, particularly one person who may be important for you or has been important for you in terms of attracting abundance into your life, okay? And for my Taurus, it can't even be just through love. It can't even just be through opening the heart chakra here that you are able not only to accept affection and love on an emotional level, but in turn, you also open up the gateways for a lot of abundance in the material realm. Okay, so keep an eye out for that. And finally, I think the really important transit for this week for my Taurus is possibly the new moon as well, that is going to be occurring at the end of the week. Okay, now, this could happen on the 15th or the 16th or 15th, 16th or 17th, depending around where you live, okay? But this is towards the end of the week for my Tauruses. And this will be happening, if we take a look here. There we go. So this new moon for my Taurus will be happening in your seventh house, okay? This new moon will be happening in Scorpio. Now, again, this highlights for my Taurus partnerships, whether this is contracts or agreements. This is about Taurus opening yourself up here to new financial opportunities that will come through the other, that will come through the external, okay? This isn't a time for my Taurus to kind of be doing everything on your own. This is definitely a time to embrace perhaps these new partnerships that want to come around you here. For Taurus, there may be multiple. This is a time for my Taurus to definitely be discerning about that, to be discerning about, who do you want to move forward with, especially in terms of your abundance and your career, okay? How do we know this? Well, it's going to be about understanding what your values are, Taurus, okay? When you know your values, when you know what you are seeking as well, then you can really suss out if the people that and the partnerships coming towards you now are going to mirror that, okay? But I definitely see here a partnership that could potentially blossom for my Taurus through this week, okay, that can really attract a lot of abundance, especially in the realm of money and career. This new moon in Scorpio again puts on a theme of shared money, okay? Scorpio does talk about what we obtain from others, okay, whether that's something emotional or physical abundance, okay? So again, be open to that, especially because this new moon is going to be conjunct again the asteroid of Juno, which is emphasizing the idea of partnerships, okay? And I feel like for my Taurus, this is definitely a much needed support when maybe in the past month or so, there's been this energy of maybe cutting ties with those that have not been of use to you or not been of nourishment to you and your journey, okay? So I feel like there is something being filled here. Maybe that's a void for some of my Taurus here, especially in the realm of being able to attract abundance. Um, that can be very, very beautiful here. And again, there is a highlight for my Tauruses on money, even for this whole year, because we have the North Node in the second house for Taurus, okay? So this is highlighting evolution this year through a focus on your career, on your finances, on how you generate wealth. But this is also tied to our value systems because our self-worth and our ability to feel worthy is tied to how much abundance we create. And now this is feeding in for my Taurus into these connections. Okay, you are worthy enough to approach perhaps for this new career. You are worthy enough to be talented enough to make this career choice and to gain success in whatever it is that you're pursuing, Taurus. These are important values to really hold close to you, especially when you're interacting with others, with partnerships, and with agreements. There is a need here to be firm in your values and not to be fearful of that, not to feel like you need to compromise your values here, because that is where the Mars opposing Venus could really cause some obstacles here, where the frustration of your own needs here and your own desires, your own goals are not being vocalized, not being met, which can cause a lot of distress for you, okay, my Taurus, throughout this week. So that's something to definitely keep in mind, okay? And these partnerships that will be forming for my Taurus, okay? And this could even just be plans to do so. It could even be through the form of deciding to branch out yourself into another avenue, or another way to generate income. This is all going to come through communicating, whether that's, with your family or your friends. There's this idea of sharing ideas, sharing information, and brewing something together here that could potentially attract a lot of abundance for my Taurus. And Taurus, we know we say you guys love abundance, you guys love the material, and there's nothing wrong with that. But with Taurus energy, be careful not to become too stagnant to change. Okay, especially with the stubborn side of the Taurus. This week is going to challenge you in the way of how do you compromise without really compromising your values? How do you have tact in your conversations? How do you really come to a meeting point here without appearing as too rigid in your ways, Taurus? Because rigidity throughout this week may cause you to miss some opportunities that, if you were willing to take on a new perspective, could have rewarded you with a lot of abundance. Okay, so this is kind of the challenge for my Taurus. How can you be open to change, even if you have done things in a set way for a long time? The changes you make now, especially in the realm of partnerships and the realm of your routine of your business, could really give you the blessings that you need to allow a more easy flow of abundance coming towards you, my Taurus. Okay, so that concludes the astrological portion of this reading. And now we'll go into a few more messages through the cards. Okay, beautiful. Okay, my lovely Taurus, let's see what messages I have for you guys for this week in terms of career and for money. Okay. Wow, okay, so we do have the South Node here. Life's debts. So this is calling my Taurus this week to see what patterns have been typical, okay, throughout your past, throughout how you've dealt with, whether it's been your career, your relationships in the past, and what now are you ready to overcome and evolve through so that you can welcome in new forms of abundance. You have a lot of talents already that are going to serve you and that have been serving you, my Taurus, okay, in the realm of your career and your manifestation capabilities. But what can you do now to come a bit outside of your comfort zone so you can attract more abundance this next week and for the weeks to come, okay? We do have Sagittarius, so some of you could be interacting with the Sagittarius that offers you something very important this week. Sagittarius, the focus of that as well brings up themes of travel. It does bring up themes of opportunities for travel, perhaps even in the future, whether that's for business or career. It does also bring up the opportunities for expansion again. Okay, Sagittarius is all about an optimistic outlook on what is possible. Okay, this is a time to be a little bit romantic, Taurus. In what could be possible for you. 11th house friends, again, bring up this idea of community, interaction, okay? Who is out there who is willing to support you in this new endeavor? And what is possible for this perhaps collaboration? And we have here the 8th house, endings and beginnings. So for my Taurus, some of you may be deciding on a significant career move. Towards something new, allowing something to die so it can be reborn in a new way. So there is a renewal here of energy, especially with that new moon happening as well, okay? So don't be afraid of this, Taurus. This is Scorpionic energy, which is the opposite of Taurus, okay? And my Taurus are not always open to the change and to allowing things to perish so they can be reborn. Taurus is all about preservation, yeah? So, but here, Taurus, you will do well to absorb some of this Scorpionic energy because um, especially now that the sun is in Scorpio itself, okay? And any other final messages here? 12th house, escape, okay? So be wary of escaping any conversations that need to be had, whether it's career-wise or money-wise, with the people around you, with your work. Be wary of kind of to sweep things under the rug in any other way. And be wary of just not addressing the root problem as to what is blocking your abundance this week. Do not be afraid of confrontation. Do not be afraid of having the conversations you need to have. Do not be afraid with being honest about yourself, about what fulfills you and what you truly want in order to manifest more abundance throughout this week. Okay, my Taurus, this energy will serve you very well. Okay, the 12th house can allow a lot of things to fly under the radar, but as long as you are honest, as long as you are open and you hold true to what you value, there is nothing to hide, my Taurus, okay? Only to attract abundance that in an honest way, that is through your own authenticity and being open and receptive to a new perspective, okay? That is all I have for my Tauruses for this week in terms of money and career. I hope you guys found this helpful in some way. If you did, make sure you like and make sure you subscribe, okay, to our channel to receive new videos every single day, okay, on each of your star signs, on all these different things, ranging from love and career and any other divine messages, okay, we receive for you guys. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, if you resonate with my messages, we'll be leaving those descriptions in the box below for you to be able to access that. And you can take a look at me as well on www.soulnavigation.com if you'd like a personal reading with me. But until then, next time, my honeys, okay, take care of yourselves, take care of yourselves, Taurus, and I will be with you guys again very soon, okay? Bye.